Piccolo is one of the earliest introduced Z-warriors in the Dragon Ball saga. The brooding Namekian is the successor of Goku's childhood nemesis, King Piccolo. But unlike King Piccolo, he decides to join the good side and later becomes the first master of Gohan. The Namekians are a species of humanoid aliens who can regenerate entire limbs at will and have a great threshold to withstand injury. Piccolo, despite having grown up on Earth, possesses great strength. He has a scary attitude like that of a villain, but the heart of a hero. In the movie Dragon Ball Superhero, Piccolo spectacularly transforms into Orange Piccolo, giving fans an unforgettable moment. In this video, let's discuss this epic transformation in detail. Did Piccolo have any transformations previous to Orange Piccolo? King Piccolo, the antagonist of the original Dragon Ball series, wanted to rule Earth but was defeated by Kid Goku. Piccolo, although destined to continue the evil works of King Piccolo, later turned towards the other side of the fence and did not put his foot in his father's shoe. Throughout Dragon Ball Z, we get to witness Piccolo being a grumpy personality who had an arrogance that could rival that of Vegeta, but only a few times do we get to see him full throttle. Fans argued that as the series progressed, it solely focused on the powers of the Saiyans and their transformations. But this doesn't mean Piccolo's on the level of someone like Yamcha, who can get knocked out by even a Zenkai boost from a base Saiyan form. Piccolo's reserved attitude hides a brilliant tactician and a warrior with capabilities such as regeneration, Saiyan-level super speed, and telekinesis. Piccolo can also manipulate his ki. Apart from his attitude, his green body is a strong part of his identity, but fans are part confused and part delighted to see Piccolo finally get a new transformation in Dragon Ball Superhero. Much like the Saiyan transformations, Piccolo did get a big buff body which all the Namekian chicas would go crazy for, but he also turned orange. The clever strategist is often seen enjoying solitude while staying away from everyone and having an almost forever grumpy persona. He's also noted to be the strongest Namekian in Universe 7 and Universe 6 combined. It would be an understatement to say that he was somewhat of a prodigy himself, as keeping up with the Super Saiyans is no joke, and he had managed to do that, unlike the other Z fighters. This was possible only because Piccolo was a hardcore realist who always trained hard and realized he needed to look out for himself and protect the people of Earth. But it would be unfair to say that it's entirely due to the training, as throughout the Dragon Ball series, Piccolo has merged with other Namekians and absorbed their power to turn him into a very powerful being. Nail was one of the contributing factors to Piccolo gaining immense power during the Frieza saga. Nail was among the last of the surviving Namekians, trying to protect his kind from Frieza and his ruthless wrath. During the Frieza saga, Nail was badly injured and wanted to help Piccolo triumph over the Space Tyrant. He was aware that they both didn't stand a chance against Frieza's second form. Fearing that they would all lose and that Frieza would destroy their home planet, Nail suggested Piccolo merge with him to combine their power so as to be able to defeat Frieza. Piccolo accepted this proposal, seeing no other way to survive. The only way out of that mess would have been to merge into a single Namekian, as Nail could combine his power with anyone he wished to. Piccolo and Nail performed the Namekian fusion, which resulted in the formation of an ultimate warrior and significantly boosted Piccolo's power level. Piccolo was still no match for Frieza, but post-fusion he was able to stand his ground and give a tough fight. Though Piccolo lost the fight on planet Namek, he understood that there was unlimited potential within him. Another significant boost in Piccolo's power was during the Cell Saga, when the androids arrived and were dominating the Z fighters combined. Kami, another Namekian who was also the guardian of Earth, sacrificed himself for Piccolo's second fusion. That way, the Z fighters would have a chance to fight the androids and stop Cell from absorbing them. Kami realized that Piccolo had grown a good heart over time and wanted to protect people around him. Their fusion boosted Piccolo's power to the point where he was able to match the power levels of Saiyans. Not just power, he also gained Kami's good side and his willingness to protect the lives of those around him. The hard-boiled warrior not only transformed physically, but also developed a higher sense of care. Though Piccolo had had fusions before, it's not technically counted as a transformation because there was no change in his physicality. Essentially, only a power-up happened for him, and Orange Piccolo was the first time he got a well-deserved new look, with his eyes changing like that of a transformed Saiyan. Although fans weren't as crazy about his new color palette, he did get jacked like a bull. How did Piccolo become Orange Piccolo? Why do fans dislike this method? After being dominated by Gamma 2, Piccolo tried to hold his ground but failed because the android was too powerful for him. So, in a desperate attempt to protect Earth, he used the power of the Dragon Balls to summon Shenron. He wished for a power-up and reached a power awakening state. It's believed that because the power-up was due to Shenron intervening, Piccolo attained the colors of the Dragon Balls, which are orange in nature. Pretty cool for a first ever transformation. The later parts of Dragon Ball are criticized for focusing too much on Saiyans and neglecting the legendary supporting characters. This transformation finally gave Piccolo the respect and screen time he so sorely deserved. Some fans have vocalized their disapproval of Orange Piccolo. One of the reasons is the fact that to attain a new form, Piccolo has to rely on Dragon Balls, unlike the Saiyans or Frieza who train for it. It goes against the character and undermines his abilities. Some fans even consider it disrespectful disrespectful to the character. Not only is this unfair, but it also goes against the basic rule of Dragon Ball: screaming in battle is what makes you stronger. How powerful is Orange Piccolo? Does he have God Ki like Goku and Vegeta? Well, it's hard to say exactly how powerful this new Orange Piccolo form is because he hasn't fought with any of the other Z fighters, nor is there any official statement backing up just how strong he is. But it is speculated that it might be on par with other godlike transformations such as Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan Red, and there are a few reasons backing this speculation. The first reason, although a little weak in credibility, is that when Piccolo transformed, Shenron hinted that he had not only boosted his power, but also gave something extra. Shenron is an eternal dragon created by Kami, another god. It's safe to say that Shenron is a god who can grant wishes within his limits. So when Piccolo received the power boost from him, he had borrowed the power from a god himself, thus putting him in the same category as a god. The best example of this is the fact that Orange Piccolo defeated Gamma 2 without any stress, whereas before he was unable to even stand his ground. The second and most important reason is the fact that once Piccolo transformed, he gained the color of the Dragon Balls. And not only this, but the power he gained was so immense that his ki had changed. We know that Piccolo can manipulate his ki. The fact that Trunks and Goten were unable to detect his ki further proves this. Goten and Trunks possess great power as half-breed Saiyans themselves. It would take a lot more than a simple ki manipulation to fool these super kids. Much like Goku and Vegeta, who possess God Ki, which cannot be detected by anyone, perhaps Piccolo too attained the God Ki, and so was able to battle Gamma 2 and Cell Max even at his best. Maybe someday we might see Orange Piccolo in action with Super Saiyan Blue or Ultra Instinct. Piccolo, having surpassed Gohan's ultimate form, which was at par with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, would most definitely surprise the Saiyans. Our greenish buddy is just as, if not more powerful than the god transformations of Goku and Vegeta. Is Orange Piccolo a permanent transformation, or was it a temporary power boost? It's up to the creators to continue the Orange Piccolo transformation so we can witness him spar with Goku and Vegeta, but as of now, there's no surety whether Piccolo's new transformation is permanent or if we'll see Orange Piccolo further. Goku and Gohan had learned to stay in Super Saiyan form for days on end, meaning they wouldn't have to waste energy in transforming, and this was further explored during the Cell Saga, where both of them entered the tournament in Super Saiyan form and saved their energy. This could also mean that Piccolo could keep his transformation and not change back to his base form. Frieza is another character who is known to possess the ability to keep his transformation, as he generally doesn't go back to his old forms once transformed. However, Shenron had given some of his powers to Piccolo to transform, and this might become a reason for the power to be exhausted sometime in the future. On one hand, the movie Dragon Ball Super: Superheroes hinted through some cryptic dialogue that the orange form might be the limit of Piccolo's power. On the other hand, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super suggest that his full potential has still not been reached. In the Tournament of Power, some Namekian fighters from Universe 6 used fusion to tackle Ultimate Gohan. This option of fusion for further evolution is still available to Piccolo. However, it's unlikely that he'd go for it unless unavoidable. Will we see Orange Piccolo show up again in Dragon Ball? Piccolo's orange transformation was the result of a charitable dragon granting him a temporary unlock potential state. This state harnesses the full potential of the individual in their current state, and we can assume that Orange Piccolo was his strongest form then. The Dragon Ball saga heavily relies on the myth that every species in the multiverse has hidden potential that can be unlocked with training and discipline. Further, some beings can continuously transform and evolve into stronger selves. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Frieza, they've all been transforming continuously. There's no concrete reason to deny that this would also apply to Piccolo. It is often forgotten in all the golden glitter and shine of Dragon Ball Super just how important Piccolo was in Dragon Ball Z. Most millennials remember him as the strict teacher who molded Gohan into a warrior. The 95th chapter of the manga Dragon Ball Super was titled The Ultimate Teacher and Pupil, finally putting a spotlight on this aspect of the saga. The bond between Gohan and Piccolo has been missing from the current show, and it's high time that the creators utilize the ultimate potential of this duo. Another characteristic of Piccolo is his strategic competency. He reads and analyzes dangerous situations and dangerous enemies much before others, and is hence always ahead of planning and execution. In the movie Dragon Ball Super: Superheroes, Piccolo confuses the androids about their actions and plants the idea that they are being wrongly used by Red Ribbon. This clever side of Piccolo is as of yet unexplored, and the manga might go deeper into it while exploring the intricacies of Orange Piccolo's transformation. Marvelous verdict! The Namekian race is still one of the most fascinating and unexplored parts of the Dragon Ball saga. Unlike their Saiyan counterparts, their stories are yet to be fully revealed. Dragon Ball Super: Superheroes had the story arc finally shift from the long-drawn oath of Goku and Vegeta to become the strongest ever to Piccolo and Gohan taking the center stage. Piccolo's orange transformation has given fans a reason to be more excited for the upcoming anime. What do you think of Orange Piccolo? Would you have preferred a different color? Is he as strong as his Saiyan buddies? Let us know your thoughts down below and keep watching Marvelous Anime for more awesome videos. Take care.